All right, 1 second. I will be back in a second. All right, we're back. Totally forgot to get water before I got up here, so I was like, I gotta go real quick. Which means we can get rid of this. All right, couple things. Clad says, I cast friends. Well, you got some right now. It worked. I am charmed. Alright, let's make the wizard a little smaller. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I forgot before I... Okay. You're gonna have to stand by with me. We're just gonna have to make a change. Alright, so let's save this. Copy that, hopefully it works. Welcome back, Medic. Good morning or night. It is night. It is currently 11 p.m. for me. But I'm glad to see you back. Jaded, first time, welcome here. I don't even play D&D, but like learning about it. That's good, because that is ultimately what this stream does. Welcome back, Keith. Alright, so I wanted to change something. And see if this works, hopefully. Alright. How does the mic sound, by the way? Because I went in to change some settings on it, and I hope it sounds better. But let me know. Mainly for Keith and Medic. I know you guys were here a couple streams ago, so you'll be able to tell me. Alright, we do have a big decision. Sounds good? Alright, that's good news. Started playing Baldur's Gate 3 because my coworkers would tell me about it. It's a very, very fun game. Especially to play with friends. Because you can get a full party of 4 and just go wild. It's so much fun. Even as the map looks now very rich. Yeah, so I came to a decision with the map, by the way. I am going to make a bit of a change to it. We are going to make this one large continent. But I don't want us to get rid of the work we've done with these two zones, so we have to connect them in some way. So, the main reason for this is I want to put more detail so that we can zoom in and assets can be bigger. And also, it will take a very, very long time to probably fill all of this up. So my rough idea, at least for now, is to grab essentially... I'll show you real quick. Oh. We don't want to do either of those. Okay. So hypothetically, if we wanted to connect these two land pieces, and then we're theoretically going to pretty much remove everything else in a sense. I want it to be a little more slimmed down around here. You could have like a cool little cape around this part. Lower this. Okay, I'm thinking we essentially kind of do this instead. So immediately there's not going to be as much boat traveling going around in this. But the world will significantly feel smaller. Because I said I wanted us to do essentially one continent at a time in one massive world. That way as we get people over the months, we can head to different areas. The only issue though is we were essentially making half of the world with the layout it was. It covered a lot of ground. I bloody love maps. They are very, very fun. They are amazing to make. Interesting decision. I hope so. I think overall, because my main concern is when we came over here, we were putting a lot of detail, but it's a very small part of the map. So I could just kind of move these boats here. Then we're going to essentially grab all these assets and increase the size. Oh, it starts to clutter up too much. Alright. Pirate Cove might have to... Maybe Pirate Cove stays as it is. By the way, delete the ships. Yes. I think you're talking about these ones. These ones I think we could keep. 100%. Even these ones. We can kind of open up trade between whatever two locations are happening here. We just got to put less ships. I think, unless you mean these ones. In that case... Oop. I don't want to grab all that. Put this here for now, and then if we do want to change it, we can. I do like the idea of a port town being right here still, though. Do you have ideas for other continents? We do not at the moment, so we're kind of taking this piece by piece. Give me 1 second. Perfect. We're taking this piece by piece, and essentially we are going to make up essentially the ecosystem and the terrain and the lore as we go along. So we started with this area, which we forgot to name this, by the way, and that's what we want to do today too. But we did finish out this area essentially and come up with some cool lore and quest about what's going on. So that'll be a very, very fun part to do with you guys. Good day, welcome back, Nothing. Happy to see you here. Leave Pirates Cove. Yeah, I think we kind of more have to. I don't want to diminish the work, and it's not going to be a big deal to keep it. It's going to be... I wanted to obviously increase the size of everything, but it's going to get a little too cluttered together. So we'll probably just keep it as it is. The map is... Oh, the one on the land. They're just very strong rowers, you know that? They could just bring their ships to land like that. Good catch. We don't want people to see that one. We can just move these guys to the south and have them be the south faction. For now. Yeah, that was a good catch. That would have been slightly embarrassing if you publish a map and have those boats show up like that. Okay, let's keep that kingdom here for now. But I think this is a more respectful or easier way. Technical Tactician has joined the guild and accepted a quest. That's awesome to hear. I think that alert was maybe a little too loud, but we'll see. Fitzgerald, though, made it into the world. Alright. So, I think overall this is... I kind of like this more. We can definitely manage with this, which means we can also put in a couple more river systems, which we'll think about. The main thing I want us to work on right now immediately before we forget is to name the desert, or not the desert, the snow region. So we could also make these bigger. In general, this shouldn't be too bad if we increase the size. I do want to make the trees smaller though. Let's grab these. We're gonna go ahead and lock them. Oh, right, they're different houses. Okay. We're gonna have to surgically do this. Make the pirate cove close to the continent. Put it in an area that has traitorous or treacherous water is what I think you meant. I want to keep, so it's obviously going to be close enough. The big thing about the map is it's not to scale. And so if I don't have any plans to put anything in the north over here, then putting it right here might have everything be a little too clumped up. But I kind of want this to be open waters where the pirates and whatever kingdom we have over here, their navy, are kind of at an ongoing battle for control over these waters. So if the players in the D&D game ever want to delve into sort of the battle turf war that's going on here, then maybe they decide they want to be a pirate crew and start fighting over this land. Because we still want to open up a trade route between these merchants. And if the pirates are any closer, they would probably just be sailing right by them. But I do, Jaded, I do like what you said about putting more treacherous water. Because then it would be more difficult for people to go up. By the way, the two rivers kind of seems a bit weird now that I looked at it again. You're talking about this one? I assume you're talking about this one. Yeah. Because originally I was thinking one river is coming from the ocean, one river is coming from the mountains. They're kind of coming together. I could sprinkle... Do you think I should branch it out more, Medic? Or close one of the routes up? Name idea for the snow region. Yule, as in the road that leads to Yule. As long as it is cruel through rust and bones, trees and snow and truth. Looks like the top half of a falling stick man. Oh, I just realized YouTube's playing like an ad. There we go. Every now and then. I'll get YouTube Premium one day. One day I'll buckle. Make rivers spring out of the lake. That is also another option. So, the top off of... You know what? Now I see it as well. Can't look over it. Alright, so... We'll have more rivers kind of going alongside. Let's maybe do it like this. We can connect this into a massive lake. Let's remove this land part. Oh, wait. There we go. I have another one coming down here. And then one more that kind of slides down like that. I still can't unsee the head. Medic, you've messed me up. This is too many rivers in one location. We want to put some over here as well. Nice, you gave it legs. Yeah. Something to catch on with. Why is the elevation on it? What is the elevation on it? Because does the water flow upstream or downstream? Good question. And that is something we can fix as we put cliffs on later in. So you can kind of illustrate it with these for the most part. So on certain sections, I can come over and increase the size a bit. So like theoretically, if I place this and I rotate it, maybe this one isn't too good of a hill, but you pretty much attach it with a waterfall. There might be a different clip I'm looking for. Oh, right, we don't have all the assets loaded, that's why. The river that just goes south, delete it. Yeah, I just might. I don't want to put too many of them. So depending on which art style we want, you can essentially kind of do stuff like this. I can change the color of it. Rotate it slightly, make it bigger. And I can kind of illustrate to people somewhat that, hey, the river goes this way. You said the one that just goes south? There's two of them. I think you mean this one. I'm definitely a fan of deleting this immediately. Let's get rid of that one. I do like the spinny drift one it does here. This one, yeah, I'm gonna remove this because when we build and we're building over here, this is gonna be really awkward. It's not gonna leave a lot of space. So we'll get rid of this one for now as well. And then we'll find another way to... do a red river connected to a red lake. You could make a side quest for that. That could be kind of interesting. Figuring out why the water's red. There is other cliff assets we use that were just way better. Yeah, I think it was these ones. Yes, I like these ones way more. There we go. That looks way better for the map. So now this is kind of to illustrate to the viewer that, hey, the water's going downward. I mean, most of the time people's brains assume, like, you know, north to south, water is going down, but that is sometimes not the case. Absolutely. Sometimes I might have a mountain here, and you are right. Whoever brought up, I think Jay did, yeah. The mountain is up, and it's actually throwing water up north. Welcome, Kaiju. Nice to see you here again. Congrats on 423 subs. Thank you so much. We have been growing, and hopefully we will continue to grow. This many rivers certainly makes a central great floodplain. Yeah, I mean, we could have like a swampy area where they all kind of connect, but okay, my experience, as many times as I've tried putting a swamp in the game, it's never been enjoyable. Do you have a volcano? I actually plan to add one at some point. I was kind of thinking about turning Oblivion Peaks into one, or placing one in near the south, or kind of in its own island right here. So we'll see where exactly we want it. Besides, dawn rivers typically flow towards the ocean. Yeah. Favorite class video almost has 50k views on it, which is wild. It caught me a bit off guard, especially because my other videos don't have as many views. Not nearly as much. But it's also the YouTube algorithm. Whenever people kind of comment and interact with it, it pushes it out to more people. So very thankful for the algorithm for giving me that boost. What are you doing to me, swamp? Exactly. Also, how's the map building going? It's going good. We decided to change the to just make it one large continent, so we're connecting the 2 points that we've built out. Okay, so I think, by the way, we're playing around too much about this being ahead in the lake. I think we just remove it, to be quite honest. We'll remove the lake here and we'll put it somewhere else, and that will probably just solve a lot of our problems. Right, we could still have this kind of be a connecting point between the water. So I'm a fan of having a river here. I actually kind of want to change. I want a different color for the water. I like to have a different color for like rivers and ocean. Just, well, I guess there's the waves, right? Yeah, that's fine. Let's just color this up. It's a little bit of a nicer blue. The internet needs more wholesome content like this. Yeah. there's plenty of very nice people, but yeah, there's some there's some questionable stuff out there. You can make a swamp instead of torturous and slow, you can make it a magic swamp that randomly have doors on it and teleport you in the swamp. Decapitation of a lake. Click away, guys. He had to go. Okay. I think that helped a lot better. The only other thing I can think of rivers is to put kind of almost a series of rivers, which would kind of look cool. For example, like if we kind of almost made them like dashes. But again, the only issue is it locks land. Makes it really hard to put stuff in there when you divide it up that much. This looks way better than the Stickman River. Yeah, I was messing with my head too. I wanted to get rid of it. I randomly have water here. I don't know why. I swear, there is not a tsunami going around. Oh, let's go back. This is kind of grasslands right here. This part is still a bit more snow. So we're fixing that. Fix up the lake that's right here. You're good on rivers. Yeah, I think having this many is appropriate. We can have this one connect to the ocean. And I think that'll be, for the most part, it for rivers until we go further. Maybe we'll plan to put more. The only thing I need to do is put lakes, and not lakes that are this big, certainly. But I know usually like rivers will feed into lakes, but it's D&D, you can have magic. Also, random thought, but I had a really cool idea for a couple locations that could be part of the continent. Well, we are definitely going to hear them. Yeah. Okay, someone had a name, Yule, right? You said, though, you don't want it to be the road that leads to Yule. Okay, so like a section of... Oh, whoops. I actually moved you guys. Do you mean like a section? GG's, good night. Have a good night, Jaded. Take care. Enjoy it. Hope to see you again soon. I assume you meant like a path right here called Yule. Because if not that, we could call this Village Yule right before you enter. But for now, we do need to name these parts. Can make things bigger. That's the axis would be higher. That works overall. Maybe we switch these two. There we go. I'm gonna close this up, and then we want to move the trees a bit. All right. You could call it Valheim. Valheim could be a cool name. I'm not gonna get copyrighted, am I? Nah, I assume not. Valheim could be really dope, though. I actually like that. Do we want to put Valheim for the Vikings, though? Over here. The name of Yule as in the subcontinent of the snow. Oh, so the whole region. Yeah, yeah. So it's like the land of Yule. I think is what you mean. Yep, whoops. It's like it would be like right here. Sometime, and then we can give it an upward curve. If we make it small, we can make it look like it's resting on the mountain. Let's curve it a little more. Oh wait, the curve's right here. Yep, and then lower once again. There we go. So you said Valheim. We could think naming this one Valheim maybe. Oh, got the curve still there. Oh my god. There we go. I can reset the curve for now. Actually, let me take this out. Make things bigger. I think it's okay with the snow actually when like kind of have it clustered up with the forest. Still looks nice. The gate should probably be bigger though. Name the two towns Valentry and Givenbur. Maybe. We could do Valentry. Valentry sounds kind of cool. That's what she said. What if we do Valentry for, if not the village, at least this mountain pass right here? Because we already planned for this to be some kind of entrance into the snow region. Man, why is the default now the spin? It's not good. There we go. We obviously want to change the color schemes because oh, that looks so nice. What's a nice one? Hate that looks like a D, or else that would have been really, really good. We'll do this one. I like the idea of like relating the fonts with the culture, and it's kind of more of like a runic Viking-esque sort of thing we have going on. So just might want to change the color. Well, that's a contrast a little better. Let's do green. Not bad. So the locations I was thinking are connected. One of them being a prosperous city that was just recently created by a very wealthy noble who coincidentally also owned a large forest 2 miles west of the city, which is called the Monarch's Forest, which is both connected to the noble's royal inheritance of the land and the strange entities residing in the forest expanse who are linked to an archfey in the form of a monarch butterfly. It's a lot, but I think that would be pretty cool. I like that idea a lot. We could do that. We could definitely do it. I like the idea of connecting the noble and the archfey in that sense. Maybe call the western town Rahu Bundin. I don't know if I'm saying Bundin correctly. My pronunciation might be off. But I kind of like that as well. So we could take Valentry from... Who suggested it? Was it Medic? Okay, so nothing did Valentry. We'll drop that here on the gate entrance because entry works really, really well. I think we could do Rahu. We could try it, see what it looks like. I just don't know if I could do... I don't have the special characters unless I... There we go. We're gonna change it from green. Go to blue. I got dark blue. And they can call it, what if Rahu Bundin is the full name? It's a little reference to a canton in Switzerland that is pretty known for snow, mountains, and skiing. I went to Switzerland like 2 years ago. Oh my god. Magical place. I loved it. Interlaken was like my favorite place in the world. Yeah, so I think I have an idea here. Once I can grab the text. Okay, I can grab it through here. I'm pretty sure. There we go. What if Rahu Bundan is the full name, right? But the last name is hidden. So there's a quest going on where they can uncover the full name and it can mean something. But for now, it's just called the town of Rahu. And I live there, expensive as fuck. Yeah. Yeah, it was, so it's a very, very beautiful land, and for that reason, pretty expensive to live in. Very, very kind people, though. Very kind. Through rust and bones, a reference to the mountain rich with metals, fools. Mountain rich with metals. Oh, got it. Mountain rich with metals, fools dig to their deaths. Trees and snow, terrain, in truth, cycling back to the truth of his area's cruelty. Alright, we are cooking. Welcome, Dragon Gamer. What is this game? This is an app, or like a software, I guess, called Incarnate. I realized. Let me fix the cropping a little bit. I think I messed it up while trying to do something. There we go. So there's a website called Incarnate that lets you make maps. There's plenty of map making tools. This is just the one I've used because it was one of the first one I stumbled across. And it did what I needed it to do. Has a free version you can play around with, but if you want all the assets, it costs $5 a month. But yes, join in. We are making a map together as a chat. Alright, so. What do you think about that, though, Medic? I'd say 85% of the people would gladly help you, while the other 50% were just raised in a bad household. Yeah, but over here in the States, it's flip it the other way around. You have about 15% of really kind people, 85% that no, but yeah, overall is really happy. I went to that have you gone to the what's the chocolate company's name? I forgot what it's called. They have a chocolate factory in Zurich. And I went there, and I felt like I was in Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory for like a minute. You like the idea? All right, cool. So, this is again where kind of it can change based on what the DM wants it to be. We could put in the lore, but the name will mean something. And we can have an issue happen with the town where getting the full name could be one of the solutions. Literach? No, was it? Let me look it up. Zurich Chocolate Factory. It's very popular. Lindt chocolate. They sell it all around. Yeah, they have a chocolate factory in Zurich, and let me see if I can pull it up here. Lindt Chocolate Factory, Zurich. Yeah, this was it. Yeah. This factory was very, very fun. Man, it's actually crazy to look at photos and know that like you've been there. And they had, I remember they had this big thing. Yeah, Zurich was very fun as well. All right. It's not necessary to give, like, if we really wanted to go into detail, guys, we could name the this access there. We could name the port and everything if we want, but if it's a small town like this, it's not crazy important. I got a good idea for a red lake. Say the lake formed a few months prior to the arrival of the players. The lake seems to have no source of water flowing to it, but it is noted to have a metallic taste. It's also noted by several people who passed by to have been quite warm even during the night. This gave it the nickname Bleeding Man's Lake. The town near has also been running out of iron as it has also been mined out. The lake can harbor several creatures that can swim within it. Players investigate and swim in it all the way. At the bottom, they would find an active gusher. After swimming further down, they would find an iron-rich mine where the gusher is spewing out of. Ooh. Alright. We're gonna have to put this somewhere immediately so we don't forget about this as well. And also the kingdom for that Kaiju thought of. Oh, I see a video up there, Kaiju. Would you ever consider making a video with tips and tricks for Incarnate? I very well could. I've made one short that gave my tips on like how to do notes, like how to format it. But I could make a full dedicated video to it. Yeah, I went there in November again. It was nice seeing what they did to the place. Yeah, it was actually really cool. Sounds like an SCP, absolutely. Not the Blood Lake or SCP-354. Okay, so here's the thing. If we put the Blood Lake next to the Dark Zone, it's going to be very, very obvious. We're instead going to put it somewhere they don't expect it. Right here. Actually, let's do it right here. Actually, I lied. I want this to be a port town that's kind of like the party area of the world. So, or not a port, yeah, just a big cape area. This is going to be very tropical. Yeah, let's put it right here. So right now, we're just going to come. Do they have something for blood? Wait, I did see something. Oh, are those? Oh, those are like skulls and everything. You can get really dark with this game. Anything that's red. I know there's a lot of lava. I'm not trying to do that. Okay, we're just gonna grab a water then and color it red. Let's go back to the one we've used, this one. Advanced settings, color. You can get it to be red, increase that saturation. Lower the brightness. Increase the contrast. How does this look? That's pink. Oh my god, that's very pink. I feel like I'm only getting pink. Goes from pink. Right there is kind of reddish. There we go. Kind of want to decrease the brightness. I don't want it to be too bright. What if we got something like that? What if we increase the contrast a little more? Is that too red? Yeah, bright pink. Gonna give a way different opinion. We could play around with different degrees of red. We lower the saturation. Let's put the contrast to normal. The brightness. If we put the brightness very bright, that's very pink. Okay, so what happens if we go all the way up? There's the pink, guys. This is the cotton candy land right here if we really wanted it to be. Alright. I think this water set in general might be a bad pick because it's naturally bright. I think we look for a darker water. I like this one, so if we grab this one instead, we look for red, which is like maybe around here. Here's the brightness bit. We also have this one. Maybe a brownish red. That'd be ideal, wouldn't it? So we would have to tint it down a bit with the brightness. Increase the contrast a bit. Maybe like that one then. Search up Blood Falls, Antarctica. It's a glacier. Ooh. Yeah, imagine being the first person to see this. You would flip out. I often think about that a lot. So, like, the first person to think about... Hold up. Sorry, I was getting a text. The first person to see an eclipse, their mind must have been blown. I don't blame them for thinking that the gods got angry at them. I like to feel an earthquake. Looks like the earth was bleeding. Yeah, this is some cult stuff right here. Oh, they even have waterfalls. Alright, let's use this as inspiration then. Let's literally make it a blood waterfall. I think this red might have been the best one. That might work. My internet crash. Oh. How about you make the lake look like a cat paw? Kind of already have that going, right? So like... Oh, we lost our grass. We did not use this one. The only thing that I wish this thing had was like, if you were able to copy a texture, like if I can come here and click a hotkey and then it copies whatever texture is right there, that would be very, very, very nice. Because if I place too many and I lose it in the history track, I have to like remake it essentially. Somewhere like that. Okay, I was a big fan of the red we were using. Or the last one we got. Let's do that. I'm not sure how much the cow paw will work. And cow paw's kind of like goes... Eyedropper tool is what it's called. Yeah, that would be a cool trick then. Yeah, I feel really bad for my DM. He paid a guy $80 to make a map for Homebrew World. He cared for so much the guy used an AI map trainer and scammed him really hard. Oof. I'm debating getting Incarnate and making a much better map. That would be a very kind gesture of you, but it is also a lot of work. But damn, that sucks. Bear Paw Lake. I did make more of a bear, didn't I? It's funny because I have a cat, so you'd think I'd... Did I make it too big? Or maybe I had the paw prints at the same elevation, so it looked more like a... What does a cat paw look like? Cat paw prints. Yeah, it's kind of like a bit of a fatter triangle and also 4 points. It's kind of like a fatter triangle. Yeah. Late Kuma. I don't know if you read the manga for One Piece, but they just dropped Kuma's backstory recently. Alright. I know we said cat. I think we'll do bear. If we even decide this at all. Do you guys want to make it a bear plant? And then that's literally part of its name. I mean, no matter what, I wanted to put that river. So let's place the cliff. That was my inspiration, yeah. Is the lake just out alone, or is there like a mineral reserve or sort of close by? It's Nothing's idea. He would know the answer. Also, in the bottom right looks like a sleeping cat, the water. That's kind of cool. Right here? Is that what you mean? Like this one? I could see it, if that's what you're talking about. Like there's the eyes, the mouth. Yeah, yeah. I actually like that a lot. Good catch. I, in fact, did not ready through One Piece yet for obvious reasons. I don't watch a crazy amount of anime. But I, like, my watch time is still crazy simply because of One Piece. Like, I don't have a very large list, but I have watched all of One Piece, and that is a lot of hours. But I very much love One Piece. Okay. Do we want a side cliff for the waterfall, a top? Maybe we don't want to do top, actually, because we don't want to mess with the paw prints. So let's do it like this. Actually fits kind of well. Then we're gonna look for a waterfall that goes to the side. So I mean, this works, but I kind of like this art style, except I don't see one that goes to the side for this one. So yeah, it looks like we have to use this one. No, this one doesn't look nearly as good.
New Quaker fruit fusion with real fruit pieces.
There we go. Yeah, I can't exactly. Okay, will it look weird if I tilt something? It's very possible. Yeah, there's no way to grab these lakes and rotate them. It just looks weird. Okay, we're gonna have to go top side. But we can maybe have the paw prints at the top of this cliff then. Let's keep this here. So if we theoretically, we're gonna have to get rid of this. And then find a hill that is topside. No, that doesn't work either. The One Piece is real. It is indeed. Okay, but the lake has a gusher under it. That was strong. Oh, that was storing pressurized water, which is heated. And that water storage place is where the iron is. Or flip the paw prints. We could do that. That is our in case of emergency. If all else fails, we will flip the paw print. I'm thinking there it might look super cool if we manage to get the paw print on a cliff, and that looks nice. The odds of that happening, though, are very low because... Yeah, it won't work. Okay. Unless, here's a different idea. We have the lake lead into a waterfall. And this waterfall goes into a cave. All right, solutions. That, we come over here. Oh, we didn't even check if we can change the color scheme of this. Oh, we absolutely can. All right, we're cooking, guys. We're cooking. Please give me a red somewhere. Let's lower this. Are you gonna give me everything like but red? Guess this is maybe the best we can get it for. Funny how the map changed so much in just 1 hour. That's usually how it goes. It like you start off with like almost like a skeleton structure, and then once you start adding stuff in. Okay. The only thing is what if we do a big hill for the lake? Well, this thing never shows like at a good comfortable pace. Russell Mooney has subscribed to the channel. I thought I turned this alert on. I am sorry for just if people were watching, but I'm not exactly sure how to change it otherwise. Yeah, you made a skeleton of changes. That's good. I actually really like that one. All right. Oh, wait, there are these hell cliffs. The thing is, though, I don't want it to look demonic. It's also not our intention. It'll obviously look very evil if that's the case. Just want it to look rather, like, mysterious. Let's make the cliff bigger here. We need to essentially surround it by mountains. Oh, there's a lot of things to actually make a hill. Could also just do these real quick if we were to... No, those look bad. Alright, what if we try something like this? This is very top-down, and our style is a little more curved. We might just have to ditch the waterfall, maybe. Yeah. I think we just keep it at for now. We'll come back to this and finish it up once we get more ideas. But we can call it Blood Bear Lake. Sadly, probably it's the waterfall or the paw. Well, I think we can do the waterfall with the paw. The only issue is we're gonna have to set up like a mountain range, because it doesn't make sense that like there's elevation here and the water isn't falling out everywhere else. I mean, I guess I could manually. Yeah, actually, let's manually just make the cliff. Okay, actually, we're going to make this a bigger deal than it was, because we are going to make the size pretty large here. Okay, we'll connect it right here. And then we can flip it. Oh, not this one. Flip the next one. Tilt it just a little bit. Bring it out here. Alright, now it starts to work. Where did my... Did we lose the blood fall? I think we did. Nah, I do like the splashes more. Okay, so... Yeah, that turns it pink, so I think... Yeah, I don't want it pink. I'll kind of give us the best red we can get. We'll go back to our brush. Add a little bit of more water here. We'll grab this name. We're gonna change it to red. And then change the font to something we like. Alright. Where this whole lake used to be a mountain, now it sits on a cliff-faced crater. Cliff-faced crater. Yeah, no, that's pretty much the idea. I was gonna say, I was thinking that, like, if nothing worked, we could put it in a crater. But I actually like it kind of rising up. Let's see. Ooh, that actually looks kind of good. I feel like for this one that has the rings together, I think we choose this. Alright, let's slow it down a little. Okay, what if we curve this? Do some line height so we get... And then tilt it to like right here. Ghost Bear Lake, something spooky, dude. I'm a sucker for names that are, is it called idioms? When you have both names containing the same letter. I think it's called an idiom. Right? Oh no. I am dumb. No, I do agree. Lake is a bit the what's it called? The red with the red is making it hard to see. So we could make it black. But I actually am not a fan of that either. Let's go back to red, but we're going to probably just increase the size. Put it right here. We do want its axis to be higher than everything else. That was also probably the issue, was the axis. So maybe now when I do it like this, it looks better. My grasp of the English language is not good enough to answer that question. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's like, okay, think of superheroes, right? And their names. You have like Bruce Banner, you have now I'm blanking on so many of them. Give me some superheroes with their first name and their last name. Wade Wilson for like Deadpool. Peter Parker, right? It's like PP. Haha, PP. Can you give the outer word? Yeah, I think if I give it a shadow, I could bold it too. So let's do that. Actually, I think that's about all that we need. No, let's not blur it. Darken. There's some effects we could do that are very, very, they're very niche, but okay, I think how we have it here is good. Yeah, Bucky Barnes, Bruce Banner. It's mostly a Marvel thing. I know that for sure. Stephen Strange, that's another one. Yeah, Marvel does it a lot. James Jonah Jameson, yeah. Yeah, J.K. Simmons is the guy who plays him. I love J.K. Simmons. That guy's very, very cool. He's a voice actor for Baldur's Gate. Did a fantastic job. Can we make this a little more blue? Yeah, let's do that. Let's also maybe change the waterfall itself here. No, something more. Oh, yeah, that. This probably looks better. Alright, we have 284 changes. Anytime I'm over 250, I'll do a save. So we're just gonna save this real quick. He is, yes, you are correct. He did voice Ketherick in Act 2. He was the voice of Cave Johnson in Portal. Was he really? I did not know that part. Alliteration is the term. Thank you so much, Keith. That's the word I was looking for. I don't know why I thought of idiom, but yes, alliteration is the word. I very, very much liked them. I found that they Oh, nothing called it earlier. I suck. I'm so sorry. But hey, we gave you Bloodbear Lake. Forgive me. Oh no. Double ignored. Oh no. Oh yeah, you put it twice. No, I'm a fool. Alright. I want to put I wanna since you have the waterfall go into a cave, I don't want to just place a crater, so maybe we just place some mountains here. These mountains suck. There's red mountains here, so do that, the hue. Keep it red, but increase saturation, but darken. We'll lower the saturation then. We can make this definitely smaller. So I still want the water to show. The idea is this water is going somewhere that we don't have to describe on the map, but we can kind of in our mind. You can either say it goes into more water, or what I'm thinking is it goes into a cave. Okay, the next thing we want to do, actually increase the size of this crater. The disrespect to my boy, nothing is wild. I'm so sorry. Disrespected in ways none of us could have ever imagined how it feels. Would any of you like to know a very unnecessary piece of information? Know what you know? And nothing says, sure, I'm looking out for him now. Okay. I think these mountains don't fit the scale, not the scale, but the art too much. So maybe we could, maybe the contrast is the issue. Perhaps. We could put some fog here, actually. Can I change the color of the fog to like red? Oh, that could be our way to like maybe make it more red. No, that doesn't really work. Oh, wait, we have lights. Yes, right here. Okay. Let's change the color of this. See, can we get a red? Right around here. We can find a different color for it. I could just put it here. This is a little easier to find what the color is. Maybe red is not an option. I could do this. Decrease the size a little. Do you guys think this is glowing too much if I put the the light around here. Could put one in the lake maybe to make it. Okay, I don't like it in the lake, that's for sure. If I place in the waterfalls. Let's see. I think I may be heading off. It's a school night for me, so I have to get some rest. Kaiju, thank you for staying. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. Thank you for the great stream once again, Midnight. Always makes my nights more enjoyable. I'm glad you had a good time. Take care of yourself and have a good day at school. You can make an underwater waterfall that sinks ships. Everyone would avoid it, but those who sink actually survive and have a new secret. Dude, it'd be like Atlantis. I actually like that idea a lot. This was inspired by the Mauritius waterfall. That looks perfect. Okay, so we could keep the waterfall then right here. A bit, yeah. I like it on the falls. Good night. Have a good night. Nothing unless you're saying good night to Kaiju. I think you are. Yeah, we'll keep the blood on the waterfall for now. I wish there was a way to like... Well, I guess I have too many lights is the issue. Or make it smaller. Yeah, if I make it smaller, I think it'll make it not as bright. Yeah, I think that might be the better way to do that. Okay, we saw that we can make cliffs going up, right? Does it look weird if we put a cliff facing right against it? Theoretically. If I do this, I come right here. Yeah, the issue is it doesn't cover... Like, I wish I would block what's going on here. Then it would have been perfect. You're saying it's a Gaichu? Glad you're staying. Okay, what is the plan for the waterfall from now? We want to get the waterfall to sink down into the ground and go to a place where you can't see on the map. So I kind of wanted to put a cliff right here and make it look like a ditch, but the issue is you can see under this section since all it does is draw a cliff. So the only other thing we could do is to place, unless... Oh? Alright, this is the asset to use, we just gotta find the right one. But it might have just been that. So if I rotate this... Wait, no. Okay, maybe this works. There we go. Yep. Okay, we found it. It does slightly bleed right here. So wherever it bleeds, we're gonna have to put some grass right here. There we go. Let's zoom in. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Does it go somewhere, a cave into the ground, into a crater? That is to remain to be the mystery. I think what I have right now is the setup of a ravine, like a canyon it goes into. Now, if I had the range for the map, I could. See, my plan is to put these borders now here, actually. Have you guys watched Avatar: The Last Airbender? Like the show, not the movie. What if we actually close off this area? Kind of. There's that episode where they're like stuck in a canyon. They have to like work together with some other, like, two tribe members that hate each other. Or two tribes that don't like each other. Okay, what if we do this? You can kind of lower the size of these mountains just a little bit. But anyways, in that episode, they're in kind of like this maze-like area that's like this huge canyon. Great show, horrid movie. Yeah, absolutely. The movie was terrible. We don't talk about it. Don't they want to do a live-action series now? Is it a live-action series or is it a movie? I thought it was a movie. Like they're trying it again. Anyways, I think we were talking about wanting to put a desert region. I think we could put it here. But less a desert, more rocky terrains, like Grand Canyon-esque. Do you guys all... I know some of you are not in the States. Does everybody know what the Grand Canyon is? Not sure how famous the Grand Canyon is outside of America. The episode was in season 2. Oh, that was very short. I'm not sure what episode it was on. I just remember they showcased it a lot on like whatever Avatar appeared on for TV. That particular episode showed up like 10 million times. We're looking for like a rocky terrain. So let's see if we can find. No idea what the Grand Canyon looks like. It is a, as they describe it, a life-changing experience. The pictures don't really do it justice, but yeah, this is essentially what we can go for. The picture makes it look small, but this is massive because like those are trees right there. So you are just this small person seeing all of this. It's very crazy. It's actually so big and so far it looks like a painting when you look at it. Like, you ever play games and you notice that the background is like a JPEG, like it's just a picture they put in for really old games? That's like sometimes low-key how it feels. Alright, so if I just type earth, I'm not getting anything. Stone. Oh, this could work well. Rocky desert. So what, do they have anything for rock? Okay, I kind of like this. Color. We want it to be... Do you guys want to put an interesting color for the desert? Like, it's a magical world. It doesn't have to be brown. Do you guys think a red desert could be cool to go with it? How would I even get red? Try search up the Mauritius waterfall. It's the biggest waterfall, and better yet, it's underwater. Let me check it out. Mauritius waterfall. Wow. That is terrifying. Oh my god. I would imagine being a sailor going into that. Yeah, that is terrifying. That looks beautiful. So is that what your idea was? Kind of essentially nothing is. every boat wants to stay away from that, but the ones that do go down find the Atlantis. Yeah, it looks nice. I know it is, no idea what the green. Yeah, I've been there. It's a lot of pale orange and colors on colors. Underwater, waterfall. Be right back looking it up. Oh, that looks, yeah. It looks very, very beautiful. Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, I think for, yeah, Fallout New Vegas, you go to Zion, which is also very, very beautiful. There's a lot more, I feel like there's a lot more water, but it has these, like, as you can see, these curved structures in stone, which makes it look really nice. A black desert. Ooh, like obsidian. We're gonna play around with all the colors. Let's try it out. So for this one, if we to do it here, this is more pink. Guys, I think this website really likes the color pink. It can't be my skills are bad or anything. I just, it's like impossible to hit red. What about this? No, that's orange. Okay, so you were saying a black desert. Let's see if we can get that going. A greenish, you also said a greenish or an orange one for medic. Eats the waterfall Ethiopia, 100%. That would be so scary. Colors. Can we get black? What if we just kill the saturation? I mean, I think killing the saturation makes it. We can get like a white desert. Which, the only thing that could be kind of interesting if we have to fall back on this one, hypothetically, is we could say it's ash instead of sand. But it would just be a very terrible place to be at. Let's increase the size. It's a little too small. It looks like we can get blue. I know that for sure. It's not a black desert, but it's a black beach. Yeah, no, I think. No, there's one in like San Francisco, from what I know. You said Honolulu Beach. Yeah, these look really, really cool. I mean, I think what we can do is grab the sand and probably make the sand black and then put the rock over it. But I wanted to avoid desert and make more canyon. Can we get black with this? If we did this, let's make the size smaller so we get more waves going on. And then we theoretically go to the rock. And then place the rock over it. Yeah, it just looks a little too procedure. I travel a lot. It's always amazing to travel. It's so hype. You should put a large-sized canyon at the Orange Desert as a tribute to the Grand Canyon. Oh, I think you meant you should put a large size canyon at the. By the way, I have to go in like 15 minutes. No worries. It's getting to like 1 a.m. We probably won't go for a crazy amount longer. I think I want to go back and use that texture that we had. We're just going to choose on something real quick for now, so we don't spend a crazy amount of time on this. So what does all brightness look like? That looks terrible. Yeah, it looks really bad. I'm always curious to see what happens when you take it to the extreme. Purple sand, I don't think is really intriguing too much. Blue, maybe? Maybe blue is what we're looking for. The only thing that would help with the blue is it would contrast the red lake if we did that one. Oh, whoops. No! Sometimes I forget to let go of left click when I'm testing. Yeah, blue feels a little weird to me. No, a literal canyon, like a guy who would use it to shoot at people passing. It would be a funny pun. Oh, a cannon. Yeah, let's do a grain cannon. Maybe dot the areas with stone rock spots of different sizes instead of full brush. That might be the move. You might be right on that. Let's erase this for now, because I think we spent way longer on this. What's this map for? We are making a map together with the chat, with you guys. So we're just pretty much making a fantasy map, and then as far as soft topics, we talked about maybe running a one-shot at the end of it when all of this is kind of completed and done. A series of one-shots with different groups, so it's not just like, hey, out of everyone who participated, only like 4 people. And we would take place in different locations per one-shot. But welcome, William Brooks. Nice to have you here. Blue would feel very weird if not for the river. Blue could grind it out to aquamarine, which could be a gemstone. I mean, if I had the time, I think I'd kind of be down with the idea of putting different colors around. But I'm also don't know if I want to put that much work for something that we're not really sure of what. Because our highlight is like the lake, not necessarily the canyon just yet. And sadly, we couldn't get like redstone, which would have been really, really nice. Because I guess this website hates the color red. It's like this at first makes me think red, then goes to orange. It very quickly goes from orange to pink. Unless you guys kind of want to count this as like red. If I increase the saturation, it gets orange. What about the brightness? That's a terrible idea. That makes it darker. True, maybe high iron rocks. Maybe. We'll revisit this later. I think we're spending too much time on this when we can just think of a different idea. I know there's actually... Do we have anything that can help us here? It's like you can upload your own. I think a long time ago there was a lot of Oh, right, because I'm looking at this, stupid me. No, none of these would work. Unless we grab this sand. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's a little weird. Alright, we're gonna table this for now. We have the lake, we have the rock set up. That's the important part. I don't think we trouble ourselves with quite literally doing everything else in here just yet. Let's make this a bit smaller. And then there we go. Probably just need a couple more cliffs on this side. I don't know. I really like this cat head now that you pointed it out. We're just gonna keep a mark on it always. For now, at least. There we go. Alright. I think we've named... we named this for the most part. It looks hot pink. Yeah, it did for a bit. Looks like someone dumped bismuth all over the place. Yeah, it did look rose pink. It was very pinkish. That was kind of my issue with it. I'm back. That was way faster than what I thought it. Welcome back. Glad to have you. What's the skill of map? It's pretty much one very large continent for now. We didn't want to make a whole world because the idea is this is one section of a giant world we're going to build as time goes on. So once we essentially finish this map, we can have more content and build another sort of continent together. So yeah, I would say consider this maybe the size of all of Europe, or maybe that's too big. The issue is like, when it comes to designing D&D maps, if you want to make it look really pretty in 2B scaled, it takes a lot of work. So for that reason, we don't scale our maps accurately, more design them for fun. So for example, like going from the Deadstone Quarry to the Grimfort maybe takes 2 days, right? But going from Rahu to Valheim might take, you know, a week, depending on how we actually want to scale up the world. Make a volcano with sulfur lakes. Do you guys want to do the volcano next? We're gonna have to choose a location for the volcano. I'm thinking down here, all the way to the West Europe plus Turkey. Yeah, that could probably be a pretty good fit. It's like at first I was gonna say the US, but the US would be way too big to be the scale. Let's subtract this little island. Wait, where to place a volcano? I think the top picks are as bottom left, or we could do it up here. If we do it up here, we could have like a frost fire volcano, which could be a really cool zone, because World of Warcraft did that for a bit. They had a zone called Frostfire Ridge, and I actually kind of like the idea of like volcanoes in snow too. So we could kind of take inspiration off that and build something like that. And then the other option is we just build a volcano at the bottom left. That's your average volcano with like obsidian stuff. Sulfur lakes are yellow with toxic mist and a volcano is cool. That is cool. Could be both. What do you guys feel like? If we do it to the south, we're not going to put any snow on it because I just want one region with snow. Other than like, you know, the calendar year in the world changing and it's snowing everywhere, but regardless. We can either put the volcano over here and it's your classic volcano with obsidian and lava and sulfur lakes that we'll put in. Or we could put it up here and give it kind of a winter volcano look. Both. We could do both. Yeah. What the hell? Let's do it. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and add some terrain. I do kind of want it to be a larger area. Let's grab our snow. I think we used this one. Yeah. Okay, so the nice thing about this idea, once I think about it, is that oh. Yeah, there we go. That would just like, no, I don't like that look. Okay. Used on this map. That's that we used. Okay, there we go. What I was saying though is that you can kind of differentiate whether it's snow or ash, depending on the setting you want to use, which can be kind of cool. Snow plus toxic yellow mist and sulfur lakes and volcano, blue, yellow, and red. How about next to the Twin Peaks Cove? Yeah. So I plan on kind of having it right here between the two. So first thing we want to do is place our volcano. Do we want to put one volcano, or do you guys want a series of volcanoes? For now, let's just try one large volcano here. The island shall be named Cecilia. So I could put this, and then I think you can like grab some lava. Theoretically, let's just try something here. If I colored this with lava. And color also certain parts. This is one option we could do. The only thing I would ever want to do other than that is, I think, obsidian. Yeah, we'd grab obsidian and then we would essentially... place it on the mountain as well. This obsidian also does not look good. Yeah, never mind on the obsidian part. So, I'm just gonna show you guys the different volcanoes that we can make. We could grab this one. Let me see what you guys said. How about multiple smaller ones around a larger one? Yeah, that could work. That was already kind of my plan to lay them out in general too, like very, very small ones. Keith, I cannot pronounce that. I'm not even... Eyjafjalla Jökull? Or is it Eyjafjalla Jökull? I don't know. That's crazy name for a real life volcano. What's the island in One Piece called again with hot and cold? Yeah, it's called Punk Hazard. You get headaches from the volcano fog, suffocation from the sulfur, and frostbite from the cold. Yeah, it's a terrible place to be. Now that you bring that up, nothing. This place is actual Doom Isle. Which, that could be called some... We could put Doom somewhere in the name. But then it's gonna sound like Doom Mountain, which is... Isn't that in Zelda? What are we trying to do? Oh. Ooh. What if instead of giving it like the normal lava, we could make it just ice? That'd be kind of unique and different. This is option 2. Like cryofire. Yeah, because if we did like ice, there's a lot of assets for ice. I know that for sure. If I was to try to color this, and maybe it doesn't go as hard. Just very quickly drawing this, see what it looks like. What do you guys like more? Here's the question though, is it a liquid? It has to be, yeah. So we can either do that like it's literally cold lava in a sense, like it's not actually lava. The mountain actually shoots out snow and ice instead of lava and fire. And that's why this whole area is cold. And that could even be the reason why all this has winter around it. Is it's close enough to get cold, but far away enough to not get all the toxic gas and be almost uninhabitable. The only other option is to not do that, do normal volcanoes and spread them around and make them look really nice. It's like if I took away... The idea is I'd put smaller ones around and we would start putting like cities and tribes and stuff, but we would come back to the brush and once again place like essentially stuff like that around. I like the idea of the ice lava volcano. Spews liquid nitrogen, yeah. So I sound more dangerous as we talk about it. Question is, what would be a nice color? If I wanted to switch this around, instead make it this. I'm gonna recolor this. It's a little hard sometimes with the mouse. So does this look better than the volcano pretty much? Rather, which volcano do you guys like more? Between left and right. Okay, but then the ice volcano should be the biggest one, or at least be placed in the west. Then it gets progressively more and more deadly. Doom del Ghiaccio. There we go, that sounds exotic and deadly enough. Yeah, all the volcanoes would be ice though, not just one. I think I kind of like the one on the right more, just because I can place the smaller versions of it around, like it already has 3 different assets we could use. So we can essentially place them around. Yeah, we'll do that. Before you proceed, search up Illigen Volcano and see if you can take any inspiration. Volcano in Indonesia. Oh. Yeah, this is what you mean by the sulfur. Yeah, no, we're definitely gonna put stuff like this. This looks really nice. I wish we can replicate that. That looks really cool. So the color looks a little more turquoise. So let's get the brush right. That's 1. It's 2. We could use this yellow one for some of the sulfur pools. Like, what if we have one of the volcanoes shoot out sulfur? Or if it just has sulfur around it. No, maybe not. Mix those two. Okay, and then maybe one last color to play with. Oh my god, can we finally get red? No. I hoped. Go with, like... I'm not a fan of purple. That's too close to... Okay, so between what we have on the volcano and what we have right here and what we have right here, which one do you guys like more? This is kind of more of like an aquamarine almost. That's more like ice. Imagine seeing a blue liquid that is so cold it burns you. Yeah, exactly. Sulfur smells like raw eggs. That's disgusting. That's so cool, but at the same time, it's something that gives you nightmares. Yeah. It erupts blue-purple lava. Ooh. One on the right seems kind of good in my opinion. Wizards and druids froze the outer volcanoes to preserve the civilized kingdoms, but the druid tribes were under the threat of extinction from non-compliance. That could be a cool quest hook. Asian volcano erupting. No way, it actually shoots out this purple? That is crazy. So blue purple lava? Yeah, that sounds scary. Man. Oh, this looks really nice. Yeah, it's cool. Alright, in that case, let's stick with this. It's a closer tint to purple. We did purple on some parts. I think it might just confuse them a bit. Started with this. Okay. In that case, I lost my snow asset again. Oh, that doesn't look good. Well, the solution is we make this one of the sulfur bits. The only issue with putting yellow on the map is sometimes it's really hard to make yellow look good half the time. What if we lower the brightness a bit? No. Unless we make it gold. Nah, that won't work either. Do it anyways. Describe it as a purple liquid slips towards you, steaming. You feel the heat and watch as one player touches it. If they touch it, that's a big no-no. They lost themselves. Okay. There we go. We fixed the snow product. Okay. The only thing left to do is to color up the mountains. Is this what we used? That's what we used. Oops. Oh, oops. Oh. Search up sulfur licks. They look alien, have a bit of a turquoise yellow to them. I think there's a lot of sulfur licks in Yellowstone, which is... Yeah, these look... so crazy that these things actually exist. Yeah, that looks wild. Not gonna lie, the only thing I am currently thinking about are the names to give the islands and the main volcano. Volcano or Ooga Booga. Seafood players will touch the purple lava. What we could do is, for the main one, right, we'll grab a little bit of purple. We'll put it at like 0.8. Actually, let's do 0.5. I could color it a bit. The main volcano has that purple lava. Alright, there we go. That one has... it's the stronger one. It's the mama bear. Ooga booga, let me smash. In the civil kingdom threatening the druids' extinctions were the three petty kings of the Yule subcontinent, again cycling back to the rust and bones, tree and snow and truth. So I'm thinking that we can have two things. Is this can either be warring tribes or a unified tribe, and if they're unified, then Valheim could be their strategic stronghold. So they could be just invading nearby continents, and Valheim is their sort of main base, and they're entering a war with Rahu, and eventually, well, we could have it that they're fighting Rahu, and Val entry is sort of just holding them back, not letting them through. Just a couple ideas. Or we can just have it warring tribes here that are pretty isolated. They should have some lava or sulfur there too. Yeah, I want to put... So when we found craters... What are the odds they have like hot springs? They don't. Didn't we when we searched uphill, but they're 2D. Or not 2D, they're like face down, which doesn't work. Okay, so we could look up craters. We're gonna make them very small. Yeah, these ones work. Okay. So come here. Can I place the sulfur inside? No, it's gonna take the asset. Can I change the color to yellow? I think that might be the best we could get it. So what we could do is, instead of... I don't think we're gonna be able to get the sulfur in because the asset blocks it. But we could place these around and describe them as sulfur pools. Let's make this one a little smaller. We don't want them all to be the same size. But we can have this one be pretty big. Actually, for the one that's pretty big, let's put it somewhere most people don't want to go. And the idea is we want to have something here. So, place it right there. You could just make sulfur lakes with the cliffs, I think. Just tint them turquoise and have a yellow lake. I don't want to put any of... Maybe we don't put any mountains other than the Alpha Colonials. But hold up, let's see. Let's try that. So you're saying essentially grab some mountains. You're saying have the mountains turquoise and the like a sulfur lake that's yellow. It's like if we placed it here. Can I change this into turquoise? Yeah, kind of right around there. Place this here. Let's go back to our cliff thing. Do another cliff. Oh no, markings. Okay, hear me out. Since the volcano is basically a reverse volcano due to the ice, the name should also be like a bait and switch, sounding innocent, but even worse. No, cliffs like the one from the blood area. Kind of around here. Oh, okay. Unless you mean to make it look like how the lake is down here. Like, uplifted. Just the drop you use to make the waterfall and tint them turquoise. That's a light. Let's go to the waterfall. Oh, so do you mean make cliff? Okay, sorry. I think you mean make cliffs and then make the waterfalls sulfur. I believe is the idea. The chat, I think, has a 10-second delay. Yeah, it's a bit inevitable to have a delay. My bad. So what's a nice cliff we can use? We use the rocky ones, and those were really, really good. Gotta get a yellow. Let's make it bright. Yeah, I think that's pretty sulfur-esque right there. What do you think? Nothing? So I meant the cliffs themselves tend to asset themselves to turquoise and have a yellow lake in them. Got you. Let's see if we can do that, though. We will have to paint it possibly. So let's try that. Let's put this in here for now. If I come here, I'm gonna lower the opacity to like 3. Okay. We're gonna put bigger brightness on that, so it's more turquoise. And then we want to put a lot of different cliffs around. Sorry, kind of hard to communicate using the chat. No worries. I understand. Do you have Discord so I can screenshot you what I meant? I could look it up real quick on here. I actually would not be against making a Discord at some, like a Discord server at some point. Be aware that maintaining a Discord server takes up a lot of time. It absolutely does. For a YouTube community, this, yeah, most definitely. That was like kind of my reason of like, to not make it immediately. Okay, so if I put the sulfur lake, there's obviously a lot of smoke. Alright, I think. Give me a second, I think I'll make something you like here. And then I can come back and color these again. And then now we'll use a stronger opacity on the middle. And then kind of go down to like 0.6, 0.5. I'm gonna have to get rid of this volcano right here. This, let's take it down to like 0.3, put that here. Flip that. All right. Can we get a yellow in here? Nah, maybe the mountain can stay out. Wow, that is cool. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Okay, I gotta sleep though, so good night. Thank you so much. Good night, nothing. Enjoy it. I'm glad you were tuned in once again. Hope to see you again tomorrow or the day after that. Silent is the definition of, oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Take care, nothing. But I think on this note, as we finish this little section here, that is probably where we... Oh wait, we need one more change to get it to 300. So we could put these waterfalls potentially around as well. We went over 300, but so be it. Alright, that's where we save the map. Alright, with that, it is about 1:30 in the morning, and sadly it's a weekday, which means the stream will end a little bit earlier. But I hope you guys had a good time, had fun, enjoy it. This island really has no business looking this good so far. Glad you like it. We'll build it together. The waterfalls are a little too colorful, so when we come back and load it, I think I'll put the brightness down a bit. But we will build this entire land together. With that being said, though, everyone who tuned in, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great night. Take care. It's been a blast streaming for you guys. Hopefully I will have a new video tomorrow. If not, then definitely the day after that. But everybody have a good night. Take care of yourselves. And sorry, I had a burp. As always, enjoy a nice cup of coffee on me. Take care.